Kevin Hassett. Kevin, great to have you back. Good morning.
Oh, thanks. Great to be here. Yeah.
Walk us through what you thought was important and whether or not, I mean, it's a great beat. How much was boosted by trade elements?
Right. Well, it's really a fantastic number, and it's a great Christmas present for the American people. And, I would say that the headline for me is two things. That I think the big macro trends that we're seeing in these numbers are, first of all, that President Trump's trade agenda is working. And so we got about 1.5% of the growth on 4.3 because we reduced the trade deficit. And then the other thing that I think, which is a big macro thing that we're seeing, is that the artificial intelligence productivity boom is really clearly in the data. And I guess you and I are old enough to remember back in the 90s when the computer came in, that all of a sudden you had like 4% quarters all the time, one after the other, and it kept surprising people because they thought, computers are everywhere but in the productivity data, but we're seeing it in the data, and we're seeing the same kind of regular surprises for market participants. And so we went back and we looked at every Bloomberg forecast for the main numbers since September and found that on average we outperformed the forecast 94% of the time. So if 94% of Wall Street economists are getting the macro trends wrong, they need to start to think about, hey, maybe Trump's policies are actually way better than we thought. And maybe the fake news that says all these terrible things about Trump policies should reconsider and grab their pencil and redo their economics.
It's a big step toward that thesis that productivity could raise potential in the years ahead, Kevin. It does have implications for employment, and that was something we talked about with Peter Navarro earlier this morning. Take a listen.
In an age of AI, where all the white-collar jobs are going away pretty damn quick, I think maybe it's a good time for people to think about having good blue-collar jobs.
Do we need to worry about white-collar jobs going away pretty damn quick?
Well, my good friend Peter, he I think is jumping ahead on that thesis a little bit more than I would. The bottom line is that the way to think about what we're seeing in the data for artificial intelligence is, regardless what your job is, just about any job from blue collar to white collar, AI is helping you be more productive at your job. And so there's a guy at Stanford, Eric Brynjolfsson, who's been studying case studies of how AI is affecting people. And he finds that the way to think about it is that people just have a great coach who's helping them be more productive regardless of what their job is. And so it is true that instead of seeing a job creation at the sort of 150,000 level, we're seeing it at the 60 or 70,000 level. It's a little lower than you would normally see at a boom time. But don't forget that this recovery is really taking off, and there's a heck of a lot of people coming off the sidelines and entering the labor force. And so I think that pretty much we're going to see the back in the 100, 150 range if we stay in the 4% GDP growth range as we head into the new year.